to my channel. I have Christmas in my background. I'm so excited. I actually have a different background. As you may know if you've seen my previous videos, my wall back there, or over there where it really is usually green. I'm in a different area with a different background and it's Christmassy and I'm so excited. Christmas is coming. I can't wait. I love Christmas. It's my favorite. The other day, Taylor asked me, so pretty much my two favorite things in life are Christmas and Disney, and Taylor was like, if you had to choose a life without Disney or a life without Christmas, which would you choose? And I was like, duh, I could not. And I think I finally chose a life without Disney because, like, I actually went on Facebook and posted it, and one of my friends was like, well, Disney, you know, is expensive because, like, the movies and all the stuff, and it's like a brand and stuff like that, and Christmas is free and it's available to everybody. And I was like, oh, that's nice. I like that. Plus, it's Christmas. Duh. So today I am here with this holiday tutorial, just kind of like a cat eye and a really bold lip, which I am in love with, and it matches my poinsettias, and I'm super excited. By the way, my dog, I ate a bud off of that plant tonight. I hope she stays alive. I hope she's okay. Oh, poor Penelope. So anyway, if you would like to see how I got this makeup look, then just keep watching. Okay, so I'm going to start off by moisturizing my lips like I usually do. This is the Christian Dior Creme de Rose. Stuff is amazing and expensive, but amazing. Then I'm going to prime my face with the Nivea Men's Post Shave Balm, and I'm just going to put that all over my face. A lot of you asked if it continues to smell as you like put makeup on over it and wear it throughout the day. It does not. Next, I'm going to use my Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation and a damp beauty blender, and I'm just going to dot that all over the place and then blend it in. This stuff, if you've never like felt it, it's like so smooth. Oh, foundation in the hair. Nice. Just got foundation on my pants. Next, I'm going to set my foundation with this Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. I love this stuff. It's bomb. And I just use my same beauty blender and I just dip it in there. And I just set certain areas that tend to get a little squirrely. And then lately I've been using this Jouer highlighter. It's like a cream highlighter situation, and I've just been taking that and putting it on like the high points of my face to give me even more dewiness, especially since like my nose I powdered, so it's not very dewy anymore. So I just take the end of my beauty blender and I just kind of apply that. Then for the eyes, I'm going to take my paint pot in, oh, this is the wrong one. Don't want to prime with that one. And what I really am going to prime with is this paint pot in Layin Low. I really, really like this one. It's a little bit darker than my skin tone, but I don't know, I just really like it. I've been using it a lot more than Painterly, which I used to use. And for my transition, I'm going to use my bronzer actually. This bronzer is by Girlactik. It is in the shade Cabo. And I'm just going to apply that in the transition area, like I said, and the crease. The palette that I'm using today for this tutorial does not really have any matte shades, or at least not in a good crease color or transition color. I hate that. Biggest pet peeve ever. There should always be matte transition shades in an eyeshadow palette, because then you have to use more than just that one palette. Like, what if you just wanted to use that one palette? You know what I mean? So the palette that I'm going to use today is this Anastasia Self Made palette. I just think these colors are so pretty. I love this shade here. It's called Isla. And then deep purple. I'm a sucker for purple and green. And this, I don't know if you can tell. I'm going to try to focus on it. Look at that. It looks like a foiled eyeshadow. I mean, it's so sparkly. I love that. That makes my heart sing. So I think I'm going to go in with this one, Isla. It's really, really pretty kind of mint color. Really caught my eye when I saw this palette. I mean, that's one of the shades that made me buy this. These shadows are generally really pigmented, so I hope that this shows up really well. Well, it's not as pigmented as I would like it to be. Wonder if I use my fingers. Yeah, it helps a lot. So I want to put this pink champagne shade up here over the top of the green and see what happens, just because we're experimenting here. So I'm just taking a flat brush here and, ooh, I kind of like that. I'm gonna use my finger though. Too much fallout. This really is like a foiled eyeshadow. Oh my gosh. Look at that. So I don't know if you can tell on camera, but the green underneath this shade actually does change what the shade looks like. It's kind of cool. It brings out more of the silver in it rather than looking rose gold or like taupey kind of like it does in the palette. So that's kind of fun. Then I think what I'm going to do is actually just take this goat hair brush and go with the shade Hot Chocolate, which is here, and stick that in just like the deepest part of my crease and a bit on the outer kind of corner here, and blend that upward just a little to make everything transition nicely. Look how much more depth that gives. I like that. And then blend with my brush that I used with the bronzer. Just blend the edges out. And I always say this, but blending is like the best thing you could do for your makeup look. Now I'm going to take this shade down here called Treasure and this kind of fluffy bunny tail brush, and I'm just going to highlight my inner corners with that and my brow bone as well. And I'm kind of really packing on the inner corner highlight because I'm going to still do concealer underneath my eyes, and sometimes it kind of can get wiped away by the concealer. So it might seem like I'm really, you know, going over and over it, but that's why. Now I'm going to take my MAC 208 brush and this gel eyeliner from Mica Beauty. This is a really, really nice gel eyeliner. I absolutely love this one. So next I'm going to take my concealer, just any concealer that matches your skin, and I'm going to clean up kind of the edges here and underneath my eyes as well, because I haven't done my under eye concealer yet. So for my under eyes, I'm going to kind of cancel out any darkness that I have with this Laura Mercier Secret Concealer. This is the shade 1, and it's almost gone. I mean, who am I kidding? It's gone, but I'm gonna pretend, okay? I'm gonna try. I literally don't think I'm gonna get enough out. Oh. That might work. Then I'm going to go in with my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in the shade NW20, as always. And just kind of sloppily apply that under my eyes, and then I use a beauty blender to blend it out. And then I'm going to set my under eyes with that same Laura Mercier powder that I used for my face. And I just set that whole area that I just put the concealer on. I tend to get creases really badly under my eyes, so we set that stuff real quick. So with my creamy pencil by Jane Cosmetics, it says water resistant eyeliner. I'm gonna go in on my lower waterline and then also on my lower lash line. And I just kind of focus that liner. When I do it on the lower lash line, I focus it at the outer edge and then let it get kind of progressively slimmer as we get in toward the center here. And it's okay if that looks a little bit messy, just because we're going to really smudge it out with the shadow anyway. So what I want to do is take, let's see, which one? I'm going to take Witchy, which is this kind of, it's almost like, I don't know, it's like dark, almost black with gold in it. It's kind of cool. And I'm just going to apply that where I put the liner, and then I'm going to mess up the edge. Then I'm just going to kind of smudge it inward. And I'm going to take this kind of fluffier brush and this sherbert shade and just tap off the extra. I really don't want that much on my brush, but I'm going to kind of blend out the edge of this color with it, just so it's really, really kind of smudgy. Okay, so that is basically the eyes. I'm going to do mascara now and then false lashes, and then I'll do the rest of my face and my lips. For mascara, this is what I've been using a lot lately. It is the Punk Volumizer mascara, and I'm just going to apply that to all the lashes. Okay, so moving on to my face. I don't know if my glue is dry, but if it's not, just excuse it. It'll go away in a minute, I promise. So I'm not really doing a contour, but I'm going to use this Laura Mercier. It is, what do they call it? Baked Blush Bronze, and the shade is Ritual. So it looks like this, and it's just gorgeous, kind of bronzy, like a reddish tone bronze with this really pretty champagne-y pink veining running through it, and it's really, really gorgeous. They have this available in a trio right now. You may have seen it at Sephora, but you may have seen it online too. A lot of people have it right now. And it's like really small sizes of this one, the baked like highlighter in 01, and then the bronzer, I think it's shade 3, 2 or 3, I can't remember. But the bronzer, I don't know. I debated between getting that one and getting the single one here, and the reason that I ended up going with the single one is because this was really what intrigued me about that trio. I have the highlighter already, and the bronzer, when I get a bronzer in like a kit, it's just so hard to know if it's going to look good on my face, and I didn't want to get one that I was just gonna not use, especially since I already had the highlighter, and then if the bronzer didn't work out, I'd really just be getting it for this. And the sizes in that little trio are so small comparatively compared to a full size. The 3 of them don't even add up to one full size, and the trio costs more than a full size by like $15 or $18, I think. And it does come with a little brush, but we all know that like the brushes that come in a palette are kind of hit or miss, and you know what I mean? I just didn't want to shell out for something that I was only going to use part of and that was more expensive for less product. This I use kind of more as like I call it like a cradle for your blush, like where it kind of like hugs your blush on the underside, but it's not a contour, and I don't use it on my forehead or anything like that, but I just, you know, where it's like kind of the back half of your blush and like the underneath side to cast a little bit of a shadow, but it does have a little bit of shimmer and a little bit of kind of rosy tone to give it a little bit of character. I really like it. I think it's beautiful, so that's what I'm going to do with this guy. I'm going to use this trusty old brush that's like, it's literally so old, it's falling apart. It's by Sigma. I use this for contouring sometimes if it's just like a soft contour, but right now, okay, so you can see how I'm just hugging that cheekbone, whereas if I were doing a soft contour, it would be here, but I'm just hugging the underside and the backside of my cheekbone. See that? And then I'd put my blush like here on the front side of my cheek, if that makes sense. Then I'm going to take MAC's Mineralized Skin Finish in Stereo Rose. It's much different from what I used here, but they kind of complement each other a little bit. So I'm going to use that for kind of the other facet of my blush here. I like how it gives a nice shape to the cheekbone, but it's not harsh at all, and it's not too overpowering either. It's just kind of subtle, you know, kind of pretty. And then the only thing that I am going to kind of contour is my nose. So I'm just going to bring that all the way down from my eye socket. And not that this look needs much more glow, but let's be real, you always need more glow. So I'm going to take Champagne Pop, and I'm just going to put it on top of where that blush is sitting. Now I'm just going to conceal my lip line with this Kat Von D concealer. And I'm going to use Kathleen Lights' newest shade of this liquid lipstick by Ofra Cosmetics, and it's called Havana Nights, and it is gorgeous. This is just like the perfect like Christmas shade, I feel like. It's like a deep, vampy kind of cranberry, and OMG, look at that. Oh, it's like a little mustache. So that is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope that this encourages you and makes you feel like you can do a bold look even though it may seem intimidating, because it's not. If you guys have not subscribed to my channel already, I would love to have you subscribe and join the family. I have the best viewers on the internet. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!